Hello, everyone, dear viewers of the channel. I am Helena, the Guardian of Secrets, a researcher of mystical phenomena. And here with me is Vadim, a historian interested in folk culture.
And together, we explore the enigmatic depths of Ukrainian mystical stories, seeking both their magical essence and their grounded historical roots. Today, Helena has brought us to a truly fascinating and quite often fiercely debated place, Snake Island.
Indeed, Vadim. Snake Island, or Zmiyiny Ostrov as we know it, nestled in the Black Sea off the Odessa region. Many people know it for its recent geopolitical significance, but for me, it's a living portal to ancient myths. It's a place that whispers tales of gods and heroes, a sacred site long before it became a point on a modern map.
A fair point. Geopolitics aside, its ancient history is compelling. But let's be precise, Helena. When you speak of gods and heroes, you're referring primarily to the ancient Greek legends associated with it, aren't you? The island was known as Leuke in antiquity.
Exactly. And for me, this connection is incredibly vital, as it highlights the deep, ancient roots of our land and its intertwining with pan-European mythology. The most powerful legend, the one that truly gives me goosebumps, speaks of the goddess Thetis, Achilles' mother. She was so heartbroken after his death that she asked Poseidon, the god of the sea, to raise an island from the depths specifically for her son.
A beautiful, poignant myth, certainly. The idea of a divine mother grieving for her demigod son and creating an eternal resting place for him. However, from a geological perspective, islands like Leuke typically form through much more mundane processes: tectonic shifts, volcanic activity, erosion of mainland connections. The Black Sea Basin has a complex geological history.
But isn't it more compelling to think of it as a divine act? The legend says Thetis populated the island with sacred birds and snakes, which guarded Achilles' spirit and the magnificent temple dedicated to him. Sailors in ancient times would swear they could hear Achilles' ghost chanting epics and the clash of phantom battles from the island. Imagine the sheer spiritual power attributed to that place. To me, that energy still lingers.
There are accounts from Roman times of priests and pilgrims making journeys there, offering sacrifices, and even leaving horses to roam freely, believing they became sacred steeds of Achilles, never to be disturbed. Can you not feel the weight of centuries of belief there?
I can certainly appreciate the psychological impact such stories would have had on ancient mariners. The belief itself creates a reality for those who hold it. As for the sacred temple of Achilles, historical and archaeological evidence does indeed suggest a substantial temple complex, perhaps built in the 6th century BCE, which served as a navigational landmark and a cultic center. The snakes, too, are fascinating. They are often symbols of healing, rebirth, and protection in many ancient cultures, including Greek and later Slavic traditions. Perhaps the natural presence of snakes on the island gave rise to this part of the legend, rather than Thetis magically placing them there.
But why Achilles? Why specifically his spirit? There's something profoundly moving about the idea that even a warrior god found his eternal solace on this isolated speck of land. It speaks to the universal yearning for a hero's immortality, for a sanctuary beyond human reach. And for Ukrainians, this island, steeped in such ancient mystique, represents an unbroken thread of history that connects us to the very cradle of European civilization. We lose this lore, we lose part of our soul.
The choice of Achilles is likely due to his legendary status as the ultimate Greek hero, making his association with a prominent temple a powerful draw for pilgrims and a strategic symbol of Greek influence in the Pontic region. These myths weren't just stories, they were cultural markers, asserting presence and power. The temple would have served as a focal point for trade, diplomacy, and indeed religious devotion. It's a testament to human psychology that such a remote, often harsh environment could be transformed into a sacred oasis through narrative.
Exactly. And that's what I find so captivating. The energy of collective belief creates a tangible aura around such places. Even if there's a rational explanation for every rock and snake, the story imbues it with something more. It's the difference between a stone and a monument. And just like those ancient pilgrims, we too can find spiritual resonance if we open ourselves to these narratives.
And that's where the balance lies. While I look for the stone and its geological origins, you seek the monument and its spiritual purpose. The truth, I believe, lies in understanding both. The fact that the island has been revered for millennia, regardless of the literal truth of Thetis raising it, speaks volumes about its enduring cultural significance. It's a point where history, myth, and human experience converge.
And that convergence is where the true magic happens. We're not just talking about ancient history, we're talking about living, breathing heritage. What do you, our wonderful listeners, think about this? Have you ever felt a connection to a place that transcends its physical reality?
Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more journeys into the mystical.
It's important to remember that these tales, even if not literally true, provided a framework for understanding the world, for navigating the unknown, and for connecting communities across vast distances. The myth of Achilles on Leuke served to reinforce the shared cultural identity of the Greek world, extending its reach even to the northern shores of the Black Sea. It's a fascinating study of how culture shapes landscape, and vice versa.
So, when we talk about SnakeIsland, we're not just talking about a rock in the sea. We're talking about a place where divine intervention supposedly sculpted the land, where the spirit of a legendary hero was said to reside, guarded by sacred creatures. It's a place that for centuries represented a threshold between the mortal and the divine, a testament to the enduring power of belief.
And understanding that historical belief system gives us invaluable insight into the minds of our ancestors. It shows us how they processed loss, celebrated heroism, and established sacred geography. The snakes might be simply indigenous fauna, but the story of them being Achilles' guardians transforms them into potent symbols of protection and immortality associated with a revered hero.
So, our double conclusion today is this. Snake Island is both a geological formation, a strategic point, and an archaeological treasure, as Vadim would meticulously point out. But for me, it is also a sacred space, imbued with the potent energy of ancient grief, divine intervention, and heroic spirit. A place where the veil between worlds feels just a little thinner.
It's a place where the magic of storytelling has woven itself into the very fabric of the land.
Absolutely. And we hope you've enjoyed this journey with us into the mysticism of Ukraine's ancient past. Join us next time for another captivating story, and remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming episodes.